What is up? Welcome into the Buddy Cop Podcast. My name is Sean Leary. I'm a comedian in Los Angeles, and I am going to be one of your hosts. I am joined by fellow comedian and impressionist extraordinaire, Scott Ibarra. I'm also joined by sound engineer and third producer, Tom Cocking. We are coming at you to talk about 80s and 90s action movies. Each week, we're going to check out a new action movie from the 80s or the 90s. This week, it is Die Hard. Johnson, shut it down. Shut it down now.
Oh, boy.
What's up, boys? How do we feel?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Hey, so the purpose of this show is I was born in 1989. Scott was born in 1942. So he watched all of the 80s movies in real time. Yeah. And I watched most of the 90s movies ads in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. So I grew up loving the 90s. You grew up loving the 80s. So that's why we're like, let's just sit it down, chop up a podcast, do some Alpha Brain, maybe a Magic Mind, and talk about it. So we got Tommy to join us here. So I think where we always want to start with Die Hard is, did you watch the trailer? So what I've been doing is going and watching the trailer to get hyped. And this was a classic. It's Christmas Eve in Los Angeles.
Because it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, and John McClane. It's like all the feels.
Did it have quirky music in the background?
John McClane. No, it had the same.
It wasn't Christmas music? Like
no, well, a little bit. It was like the twinkly little, there might be something in the air, but it had the same as Predator. Because same producer, same director. It has the same do it.
Johnny McTiernan.
From Predator, you did it in the last episode. But then throw in a little bit of Ode to Joy by Beethoven, because that's throughout the whole movie.
Oh my God.
All right. So
Michael Kamen was so against that. He was like, no, we will not promote Ode to Joy for a violent film.
Who's Michael Kamen?
Just Academy Award-winning composer.
Oh, okay, fantastic composer. Hey, look at him dropping knowledge. Isn't that?
I knew that.
That was your job as he's got the laptop right in front of him. He's like Michael Caine.
It says Die Hard.
Yeah, you can just close that laptop. It's all up here, my friend.
It's all up here. It's all up here. It's all up here.
You're live streaming us on Snapchat. Appreciate it.
We are presented by Hackers Typing. Hackers Typing. Is this an 80s movie and mouses don't exist? Mice don't exist? Just type. You'll hack into the Pentagon. This whole movie is the second lead in Walker, Texas Ranger, the TV show, just typing at a computer. That's the... I'm in. Die Hard, that's the movie. Shut it down. Shut it down now.
Shut it down.
Okay, let's just get into it. Favorite scenes, favorite moments. Scott, you go first. Favorite moment in Die Hard.
Oh, God. I don't even know. I don't think I can pull it up. I just have so many going on. I think one of my favorite things that I noticed from Die Hard forever, and this goes from like every movie shot in LA, is everybody has a New York or Chicago accent.
Yeah,
the Union guys are from Chicago. The FBI guys are from Brooklyn. The villains, everybody, the cops are grizzlies.
The main character is from New York City.
Yeah.
The main guy.
Yeah.
We're following a guy from New York City. Okay, cool. But even the workers, it'll always go back to the Nakatomi Plaza, electrical grid, water and power, Los Angeles Department of Water and Tower guy. He's in the burbs. He's in Blank Check. It's like Monty or something.
He was from the Burbs with Tom Hanks.
And he's all Chicago,
Yeah, he's like Chicago. And he's down there.
The grid.
He's like, well, I can't shut it down. If I shut down the whole thing, then this whole thing goes down.
Lose the grid or you lose your job.
With the cigarette.
Robert Davi. Johnson won.
R.I.P. No, he's still here. I know.
Yeah, but he's got a fate. I think he's in a place where he might do the podcast.
I was gonna say Bobby Davi, if you're out there.
Bobby Davi. Look at first name Freddie over here.
Come on down the podcast.
Yeah, will you look up if he goes by Bobby?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Robert Davi's in every best action movie ever. Action Jackson. He was in Predator 2.
He's also in one of the Bond movies. He's a real nasty bad guy in one of the Dalton Bonds.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
He's Bobby Davi. Okay.
Like, lose the grid, lose your job.
I'm down here in Nakatomi Plaza. I'm gonna need you to kill 3C. Oh, that's the whole town.
But he's looking at him. The whole time. He's like, hey, this is Dale down at Nakatomi Plaza. Yeah, we've got a problem here. Shut it down. Shut it down now.
Yeah, shut it down. Shut it down now. I say that line to everyone in my life, no matter what the circumstance is. Like if they're leaving the bathroom and they gotta shut the light off, shut it down. Shut it down now.
I was telling Lauren, my girlfriend, I was saying that I never got it. You say it all the fucking time.
You didn't get it.
And all of a sudden he said, shut it down. I'm like,
That's where he gets it.
Okay,
That's
I
where
got
he gets
it.
it.
You were
Okay.
just getting annoyed by us saying it, and then you're like,
So-
you got it from
Well,
a
then I walk
movie.
around the house, they're going, shut it down. Shut it down. She's like,
Shut it
okay,
down.
that's enough. I'm like, it makes sense now.
That's what you tell your kid when it's screen time. I can't wait to tell my daughter that. Shut it down. Shut it down now. She's like, Daddy, you always say that. Shut it down. Shut that down.
We get into the movie, not to poo-poo your favorite part. That's my favorite part,
No,
too, is to
come on
shut
in.
it down. We get into the movie.
Yeah.
So we'll get to your favorite part shortly, but
Don't worry
I
about me.
kind of feel like you're talking about the Chicago, the New York. There's such a geographical component to this film, and we're calling it a film because it's dope.
Yeah.
It's dope.
It is
when
cine.
you've got Alan Rickman,
Coming slithering out of the van with a overcoat.
Yeah.
Beautifully dressed, of course.
Shoot
Beautifully dressed, of
the
course.
glass.
Yes. Shoot the glass.
shoot the glass.
Mr. Takagi. Nice to meet you.
Hey, okay. Here. I think my favorite part of the movie is when Hans Gruber doxes Takagi's entire life. 1939, graduate, USC.
19 at University of Southern California.
42, loses virginity.
1955.
Shot a man, left the scene. He knows this guy's whole that's the terror. That's the scary movie terrorist.
It's
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
and father.
The movie
5.
the movie starts
Yeah.
with McClane at the least attended baggage claim in the history of LAX. There's about 6 people sitting around smoking cigs. What is this, a smoke room or baggage claim at the second biggest airport in America?
It's back when LAX is a good hang.
Yeah, it was.
Cigs on-
Yeah, it was.
Good hang.
22?
Yeah.
He had a gun on him?
Oh, he was
God,
gun
it's-
hot on the plane.
Yeah.
And then the one guy was looking at him like, he's got a gun.
Yeah. No, he's like, go back to the hotel. You put out your luggage, all right? And what you do is you walk around on the carpet with no socks on and make fists with your toes.
Did you?
Everybody's from the East Coast in that film.
Oh, it's an entire.
I'm from Beverly Hills, born and raised. Why?
Born and raised.
Like,
What do you need?
funny?
Hey, what do you need? What are you looking at me? What do you not eat? You skin and bones, McClane. You skin and bones. You don't have shoes.
Sherman Oaks.
You don't even have
Who's
shoes
asking?
on.
What are you talking about? I'm from Sherman Oaks. What's wrong with you?
Remember when he goes, "Yeah, I'm driving out to Ramona."
Pomona?
She goes,
Yeah.
That's so LA for the person from LA to be so mad that he got it wrong. It's what are you talking? Would you say Rocoima, John?
Wow, you're going to spend half the time in traffic.
And man, it was even bad in the 80s. It was in 88. It was even that when nobody had cars.
Yeah.
That was back when you didn't have 5. Everybody had 5 cars now.
Everybody had a Toyota Celica.
All right, so he's at baggage claim, right? Yeah. And he sees a girl in yoga pants,
Yep.
right? And she just goes up and hugs her man. Classic airport interaction. And he goes,
Actor?
"Yeah, freaking California. Love? Because they're in love?"
Yeah.
That actor.
That girl, she was actually Playmate of the Year.
Whoa.
Playmates.
Don't even see her
Is she
face.
on the,
Both blondes in the film.
The poster.
The one that gets ripped off the desk with her boobs out or whatever, Playmate. And the other one was a Playmate. So I got 2 Playmates to jump on dudes.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's classic Joel Silver.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Joel Silver probably wakes up every morning, gets on his phone, goes, "I need 2 Playmates in my next movie, but it's Amistad. I don't care."
Joel Silver probably has a hot tub in his hot tub.
Ooh, good bit. Good bit.
Well, it was a fun fact, but I
And a black leather couch in every room.
don't want to bring it up. But it's a fun fact that they got a R rating, and
Yeah.
so he said, "We already got an R rating for violence. Let's just bring some tits in." And so that's why they did the whole topless thing. He's like, because we're already R rated.
Oh,
Let's just throw
dudes.
some boobies.
Okay,
You got dudes.
little Tommy getting a little ahead of himself here. Fun facts
Hey,
comes
I
in.
know.
Okay, we do favorite scenes and moments, box office impact, and then fun facts. But you're good.
I got plenty. Look
Hey,
at-
you know what's good?
I'm
He's
getting
hacking. He's hacking into
Plenty
NORAD.
in here, we're good.
Jesus. You're like the angry math teacher in high school trying to get a hold of the class.
Fucked up.
I don't want any static. Just don't do it.
It's one of those things where I watch this movie. I love this movie. I think it's one of the best movies just ever, and it's my favorite action movie ever.
It's the quintessential action film ever.
I can't tell you how much I love a movie where it begins with a plane landing and just sepia tone. Like you just see the "Welcome to Los Angeles International," and then it's sepia tone.
Sepia
Remember in
tone.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day when the bomb goes off and it's just orange? That's the skyline of Los Angeles throughout this whole movie. The view from
It was before smog checks.
the view from
Smog checks in LA.
what's his wife's name in the movie?
Holly Gennaro.
Holly Gennaro. Yeah, Gennaro's a classic last name in movies.
Once again, she's an Italian from the East Coast.
Gennaro.
Holly Gennaro. I do books.
Yeah, I'm the bookkeeper at Nakatomi Plaza.
He just cuts him off. She's like, I think I know exactly what your idea of our marriage should be.
So another thing I noticed in the beginning, and this is the fun of the podcast, is he's on a flight from JFK to LAX, right?
Yeah.
And there's just an open seat in the middle next to him. Bullshit!
No
way! That's the most packed flight in America. JFK to LAX. Boom. Book it, Bruce.
Well, when he's driving down, when
Driving down Olympic?
When Argyle's driving him down at 79 cents per gas.
Ooh.
That was nice.
Ooh, I
was
bet
like,
that
this
felt
must
good.
Be a set.
Noticed that.
Yeah.
So you get to the party. We get to the party. We're at Nakatomi Plaza. Well, we meet Argyle, who one of the world's greatest guys, worst chauffeurs.
Yeah.
Just has no idea how it works. He literally, John McClane goes, so how does this work? And he goes, you tell me. It's like just drive him to the place and drop him off.
He's riding in the front seat too. I'm like, why is he in the front seat?
And then Argyle, great guy, wants to hang out, but you're missing other fares. You know what I mean? You're a driver. You're not a waiter. And he's just sitting down there waiting, comes back, clutch.
Well, you know
we'll
why, though? It's because Mr. Takagi paid for it, so he has the car the whole night.
Sure. But
because Takagi thinks he's going to possibly go to Pomona, so...
he's keeping him on...
He sits in the front seat because it's establishing that John McClane, he's a regular
guy. He's not a ritzy,
if you notice that the captain of the police department rolls up in the backseat of a cop car.
Yes, he does.
He gets chauffeured around.
Oh, and he's a real prick. Dwayne Robinson, the principal from You Want Another Saturday? Good.
Two.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns, Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah, love him. He's great.
Every chick in this, I can't tell if every chick in this movie wants Bruce or if Bruce is just so horned and geeked up that it's feeling that way, that he's just checking it. Because he stares at the boob calendar up on the 38th floor for way too long. Yeah. On the way in, he does a double take as if he's never seen boobs, let alone in print, in like a working...
I mean, the dude's in a beater and slacks the whole movie. He's about to die. He's like, I may never get to smash this again.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
It's like,
smash this? What are you, 25-year-old?
I was in New York hanging out with, having some laughs. I could have smashed this girl before I came to see Molly. Didn't know she was going by, Gennaro. Now I'm looking at posters, about to die. Smoking German cigarettes. What's going on? Have a few laughs.
Come out to LA. Now I know what a TV dinner feels like.
TV dinner feels like. Touch me again, I'll kill you.
Such a funny.
Touch me again, I'll kill you.
Welcome to the party, pal.
My God.
Okay. Before we keep going,
so we get to the party.
No, hold on. Okay. We get to the party. We're at there's waterfalls and there's violins. Dun, dun, dun. This is what I texted Tom today.
Yeah.
I was like, this party is just full of coke addicts and sex heads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're literally doing coke off boobs at a corporate. Like, you guys build bridges in Indonesia. This isn't WeWork.
Dude, it's an 80s. Huh?
Rack and Blow. It's a no. There's Rack and Blow.
It's an 80s high-rise action movie. Yeah, there's going to be cocaine. Yeah. Fun fact, Joel Silver actually wanted to name this movie Coke Hard. Scott looked at me like an unapproving uncle after I just hit his kid in the face with a baseball, and he's just like, please don't come over here anymore.
Hey, dude, grams back then were probably like $15, maybe.
Dude, look,
20.
he knows the name. He knows the lingo. You want an 8-ball? You want a gram? I know a guy, Mr. Blue. He works over at Lowry's.
You don't know the lingo. You're like, do you guys want an envelope or you want a juice box? A little juice? Yeah, a little jelly bean full of one. Yeah.
How about the pregnant mom?
What?
How about the pregnant mom in Gennaro's office, Holly Gennaro's office, just badly wants booze?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can I get out of here and take a little drinky? Do you think the baby? And then Holly knows this woman is a clear, struggling alcoholic. Oh, by the time that baby comes, they'll be ready to 10 bar.
She was trying to get some coke off.
And then one time Scott was pregnant, right? And I was like, hey, man, like, what's up? And he's like, yeah, my wife's just at home getting hammered. He's like, no, you can drink. You can drink when you're pregnant. We do it all the time.
Dude, 100%.
100%, dude? 100%.
Yeah, we pour ourselves a mega pint of wine and get after it. Are you drinking O'Doul's? Oh, that's the Peroni.
We are presented by Sepia Tone. Sepia Tone. Do you Want to see a high-rise out exterior shot? Sepia tone. We've got you because it's Joel Silver. Okay, back to you.
Okay.
All right, let's get to Tom. Tom, favorite part of Die Hard?
Oh, just when he loses it on the big German dude and is just saying, "I'll fucking cook you. I'll fucking eat you," and then just racks him up on like the chain
with the chains
and hangs him. And I was like,
you like the most violent and intense part. Yeah.
"I'll fucking cook you.
eat you?"
I'll fucking
Yeah, he says some dark crap.
He goes dark.
Yeah, he goes
No,
hard.
the guy's German.
No.
He's gonna
Not
knock him
worse.
up like a sausage. Not worse.
yeah.
Racism.
And he goes, what do you say when he killed? He's like, "Just your brother squeal when I broke his fucking neck," and starts slamming his. I'm like, this guy's off the rails.
Yeah. Hey, he'd been in an air conditioning vent for like 2 hours, dude.
Yeah.
He's
Understandable.
about to crack. And the other guy's been down like eating, wurst and Kolsch's all day.
Kolsch's?
Kolsch's?
That sounds like a street.
It's a beer.
I'll take a ride on Kolsch's.
It's a beer.
Oh, okay. Fun. Were they drinking it in this movie at all? Any of the scenes, maybe? I'm talking these Germans. What's his name? One of the henchmen, the non-German henchman that they got on their side, who's the henchman in all the.
And gets the candy bar.
He gets two.
Yeah.
I see him eating a crunch, and then later there's like a brown wrapper when he's the lookout guy going, "Hey, geez, Utah, give me two." He's got a crunch in the first shot. Second shot looks like maybe a Mounds.
Do you know his name, the actor? You get a podcast point if you know his name.
Ichiro Suzuki.
Oh my goodness.
That sounds like a baseball player.
Is that our first Pearl Harbor? That's our second Pearl Harbor reference.
No, he's a right fielder for the Seattle Mariners in the 2000s.
Oh,
wow.
Ichiro.
It's because you're a freaking Giants fan. You don't like anything north, you guys.
I like Giants.
All right, this got off the rails quick. What was his name? What was Henchman Johnson's name?
I forget. It was something like Ken.
You were going to give me points and you don't even have it? What if I could have just said a thing? Yeah, pull it up. That's why he's here. I
can give you points for knowing something I don't know. Yeah.
I don't.
Long-haired Asian henchman from every action movie.
While he's looking that up.
And watch your computer shut down.
While he's looking that up.
All caps.
While he's looking that up, we need to discuss when Hans Gruber point blank kills Takagi. I don't have the code. You're just going to have to kill me.
I don't have the codes. It's just useless for getting it.
So sweaty. And he didn't do any of the code.
You have to kill me.
But also, he didn't make Ellis get rid of the coke, so maybe he is. Maybe he does party. Maybe Takagi did party.
He chips. He chips like Al Pacino in Heat. Just a little bit.
Ellis, whoa.
Yeah, whoa, Ellis.
Whoa.
If you're going to leave your China powder out, make sure that you're sharing.
Is he Sulu from Star Trek?
Yeah, isn't he? George Takei was actually
offered that
part, but his agent was
hello.
Didn't get it. He was so mad. Can you imagine if that was going to you?
Was dead.
Yeah, I don't know. In a hot tub somewhere.
It was Uli,
Mr.
by the way.
Takagi.
Everybody who made this movie is going to die in a hot tub. I just think that's.
Look at his.
It's Ken Jeong. What's his name?
No, his name is
not Ken. Oh my God.
Al Leon. No, half of it was cut off.
Look at that headshot.
Al Leon. That's the most.
That's
henchmen
Sorry.
Eat a crunch bar while a guy loses blood
That
from
was
his artery.
improvised by himself, the actor. That was improvised by himself to
Long
give
day
himself
on set.
a little, and to give himself a little character.
And McTiernan loves that stuff because
loves
fun
that
fact. Because we'll get to fun facts, but McTiernan, the director of this movie, his only reason for doing the movie is he didn't want it to be. What his quote is he from another country? Because he had some strange quotes about it. It was basically like, I don't want this to be sad or mad. I just want this to have a little bit of life.
Yeah.
So he wanted the jokes. He wanted it to
he
the
came right off
levity
the
of
Predator,
it.
and he's like, I want to lift it up a little bit.
Yeah. It's one of those situations where it's like, dude, I love it.
Yeah. I mean, a family film.
And all the
nice
people,
Christmas family
people
film.
involved in the movie just love John Wayne so much, like all the cowboy stuff. But let's save those fun facts. Let's save those. I don't have the code.
Wait, just a fun thing?
Yeah, fun thing.
Fact. No, this guy, Al Long, was in a movie called Awesome Asian Bad Guys.
Oh, hell yeah. That sounds like a YouTube short that we made. Hey, you guys love Asian bad guys? Well, so do we. Welcome to Awesome Asian Bad Guys with Sean and Scott.
That sounds like a hot take snippet on Fox News.
Yeah, speaking of Fox News, John McClane definitely watches Fox News because anytime he's cranky, he just goes, California.
Yeah.
Like, how much Tucker Carlson is McClane watching in the back of taxis in New York? Because he come in hot hating on Cali.
I'm sure they cut it out, but he's like, if we had, more people at the border, maybe Hans wouldn't get in.
If the vice would go down to the border. Welcome to the party, Kamala. Hey, come on, it's light. It's
You
light.
get these dirty krauts out of my building, you know.
Hey, what's going on?
They had that guy walk in that kissed him on the mouth or by the mouth in the party too, and he goes,
California.
Yeah, he didn't kiss him on the mouth. He kissed him on the cheek.
Yeah.
But he wanted to fuck him.
Yeah.
That guy wanted McClane bad, and he was reverse negging. He went in for the kiss and California, baby.
Yeah.
McClane just, I can't tell if
Classic New Yorker coming to
Yeah.
LA being like, LA party, Hollywood, look at this junk. This isn't what
it's
I'm
an early
about."
town Runyon. I don't know.
Hey, Bruce, you're all about it. Okay, you
All
came
right.
to California.
We're touching on some things. Before we get to the juice. This is
Takagi. You were on Takagi.
Yeah, we're on Takagi. We're 30 floors up. The party's on the 30th floor.
That's right.
Right?
Found-
Okay, so the company party is on the 30th floor. What would you say, about 50, 60 people at the party? Maybe 40? It's so hard to gauge because there's so many
56 here.
offices, people banging in closets and doing coke in the HR room.
Yeah.
Like every boardroom someone was in, so you got to factor in if there's 50 in the waterfall lobby, there's got to be another 10 doing coke or mollies. What did they call mollies in 1988? Just heroin?
Huh?
What did they call Molly in 1988?
Tylenol.
Ringwald.
All generic medication.
They were all just
doing Xanadrine.
Zebaduv. He was
Hydroxycut. They were all crunching up hydroxycut and doing it at Alice's office.
no, it was Slim Fast. It was pronounced Slim Fast.
Oh, Slim Fast. Slim Fast. It was German.
Coddle. God, I can't even say his name the way that Coddle. Like Hans Gruber says Carl. Coddle. Carl.
How who says Carl?
How Hans Gruber says Carl. Carl.
No, it's just like this.
There's no R.
It's just like this. Carl.
Yes.
That's
See, I couldn't get there.
Yeah,
That's
what I was going
for.
R in it.
Okay, so we got that.
All right.
There are at least 60 people at this party. There are 0 cars in the parking garage.
Oh my God, I know. That's when I knew this movie. I was like, this is gonna flop. It's gonna flop.
It had one limo, one profile.
Not one Pontiac Fiero in the lot. I don't believe this movie.
No. Give me a Takagi Mercedes. Give me an Ellis Saab.
IROC Z28.
Give me a Holly Gennaro Ford Explorer 87.
Give me a Chrysler LeBaron.
Hey, this is a 10 out of 10 movie. We'll get to our scores later. I'm just telling you right now, this is a 10 out of 10 movie I fucking love. I'm just playing for the podcast
this
here.
is just our get off.
I don't care. I don't care if there are 1,000 cars in the parking lot, and I'm not even going to, but now I am going to point out how the ambulance rides out of the same truck that all of the guys walk out of. There was no ambulance in that truck.
It's a deep truck.
Deep truck, deep cuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when you knew the movie was going to flop, too.
Yeah, no, it
Like,
flopped.
bullshit.
This thing didn't change anything for Hollywood. It was just a disaster. They wanted Frank Sinatra, and he said no. That's a fun fact. I'm blowing all the fun facts here.
I started. I'm sorry.
All right, cool. Let's keep going.
So
Where are we at
we get
here?
to Takagi.
Takagi gets his brains blown out. Where did that land for you, Tom? Like, I know it wasn't first time viewing, but just kind of like, oh my God.
No,
and they
I thought it was gonna last a bit longer.
yeah, and just tight shot on the bloody carpet on the way
He had
back.
just done a bump too, right before that. So he was freaking
Sweaty.
out. He was sweaty.
Sweaty.
He was like, "There's no way you're going to get the codes out of me. You'll just have to kill me."
Yeah.
Just like I've bluffed you. Like he bluffed him. And
We'll do it the hard way.
And Hans just like very limp-wristedly, bang
Yeah.
on the
Blood
glass.
matter on the glass.
Yeah, I
Did
didn't
you
see
see John
matter.
McClane in the next room?
Whoa! Yeah. Whoa! I'm in New York. I've never seen anything like that in Harlem.
Oh my God, California ain't that bad. There's brains on the. There's brains. on the glass.
any guns here. What are you, a cowboy?
I'm going to count to 3. There won't be a 4.
It's so good.
It's no use. You're just going to have to kill me.
Yeah, they'll just change it tomorrow.
It's a pity to mess up that suit.
So
Bang, and he's gone.
Takagi,
And then
and no one mourns him. Huh? Not a single person mourned him.
No, because he was a dick. He didn't pay his employees well.
Didn't he? Didn't.
No,
I thought he seemed lovely.
So he.
except for Holly.
Eh,
She had to change her last name to get
yeah,
a
that's
paycheck.
true. That's more 80s.
What do you think? Whenever you go to a party like that and people are letting loose that much, is because they're so tightly wound. And
Sure, but she wasn't. She was working.
and it was a Japanese
She had
company
files.
in the 80s. So
True.
it was tightly.
But she was making copies. She was like a 90s SNL sketch. It was
at the Christmas party.
That's what I mean. It was like, it's 1988 in America. Yeah. Cell phones don't exist. Social media doesn't exist. What are you working on?
I know.
What he closed the bridge deal.
Takagi gets killed, and they go back and let everybody know, and everybody's like, fuck, I'm missing Airwolf.
Yeah, no. Ellis and Holly are riffing on it. Man, maybe you bend up better like Takagi. Yeah, well, he's dead. He's got a hole in his head. They're like roasting him.
Holly's like,
in the waterfall.
I'm up for a promotion.
Yeah, no, Holly is acting manager. She even says it to Hans Gruber. She's like, Hans, I'm the new CEO. Here's my pantsuit. Let these hostages go.
Yeah.
That was a very misogynistic impression, but we're working to get better in 2024. Okay, so Tom's favorite part of the movie was when it was super violent and Carl. There you go. Carl gets chained up, right? Yeah. And we know he's not dead. It's the 80s. It's Joel Silver. It's McTiernan. You know he's not dead.
Yeah.
I think
you don't string up a beautiful blonde man like that and don't get a chance to come back.
I'm going to say no like my parents do.
No. Wants blood.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is how my parents say no. No. It's like, hey, did you want to get gas before we go or after? No. Like, which one?
Yeah. Didn't answer shit.
Yeah. My mom just loves to say no. No. That's when you know it's worse than no. You know how it was like, we'll see was basically yes. Growing up, we'll see was yes. No was okay. No is no fucking chance you get a go rent a movie.
Yeah.
It was always about renting movies. Okay.
Ooh,
so my favorite.
Brought to you by Renting Movies.
Yes.
We're brought to you actually by a really kind sponsor of ours is Silver Screen Video. Silver Screen Video, they have really revamped their program, and they promise to have all the new releases behind the picture cassette tape. Mom,
can I just say that was
the Poltergeist
ghost of Silver Screen Video back there of renting movies?
Jesus.
So there's people.
I fucking should have returned that. Shrunk the kids.
Actually, it's Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, and it's been out for 14 years.
I rented it for what, like pennies on the dollar, like 89 cents. It's at least up to $20 now.
So just a fun fact behind the curtain, we're recording in Manhattan Beach at a podcast studio, and there are some cleaners and workers out here vacuuming and cleaning and potting and panning.
We're going to be on YouTube, but
all of the noise humanly possible.
Doing their great jobs.
And I think just the aura of working in the other room made some stuff in this room fall. So thank you for rolling with us, and we are presented by Poltergeist. It's your favorite 80s movie that has been rebooted in Manhattan Beach tonight.
Yes.
Poltergeist. But we are actually sponsored by Watches. Watches featured throughout the movie Die Hard. If you want to give them to somebody you don't care about or as a lame present that falls with Hans Gruber, it's Watches. Watches.
Brought to you by Clasps. Sometimes we're there, sometimes we're not.
Right. We're brought to you by the German language. Have a hard time? Have a hard time understanding it and it doesn't sound great? You'll love German.
Spit when you talk? You're allowed in Germany.
Do you want to give everyone you've ever talked to COVID? Speak German. We're brought to you by German. The language.
Talking about language. Learn German.
We're presented by Ellis. Do you have a cokehead friend who's also a sex addict that closes $1 million deals? I don't either. Ellis.
Ellis is actually the upside down bizarro version of Hans Gruber.
I was going to say that I read this on Wikipedia. That Ellis is actually yes. Oh my God. It's essentially he is basically just Joel Silver, beard, heavier set, bigger, loves his cocaine, loves his Victoria's Secret models
out.
But what happened was McTiernan hated the character. McTiernan, the director of this film, John McTiernan had the schnitzel.
Johnny Mac,
who did all the greats. We've talked about him on this pod before.
John McTiernan, hashtag John McTiernan. If you're out there, come on the podcast.
Please.
Podcast, we will have you here.
Please.
With Bobby Dov. He'll bring some of those really cool Italian cigarettes.
Yeah, fantastic. So Ellis... McTiernan's didn't want him. He's like, get this is dumb, this is crap. But it was making Joel Silver and his other producing buddy, who I'm assuming were just wiping cocaine off a coffee table when they talked to him. he was making them laugh so much that McTiernan was like, okay, leave it in. I don't know if he's from another country, but I just assume John McTiernan's from another country.
I feel like the character of Ellis is probably like Joel Silver's brother-in-law.
No, it's Joel Silver, but better. Like Joel Silver taller. Joel Silver's thinner.
Prototypical, like Ellis's character is the prototypical LA scumbag.
Closed deals. Like, I do coke.
Laugh.
Get out of my way. Yeah.
And you see, actually, when they asked if John McClane wanted something, hey, can we get you anything? Do you want a Coca-Cola? Ellis, Coca-Cola. And that's the joke, is that probably
Coke.
Yeah, someone like he asked if he wanted Coke.
Can I get you a Coca-Cola?
And he got himself a little mini envelope of Coke.
Oh, a little key bump in the bathroom while I look at this chick's nipple.
Ooh, key bump.
Merry Christmas, Los Angeles.
Look at you.
I mean,
one nipple.
He's like, John, want to smell my keys?
Of all of the 80s machismo action movies, this one has the least amount of naked women, but the most amount of nipple, I feel like, maybe.
I know. That's when I knew the movie was going to bomb.
Yeah, that's... I kind of had a feeling. I called Johnny McTeens back in 88.
No nipple. Yeah. When the girl's on the desk, I love when they're breaking into the offices and the girl on the desk is like, and they like push her out of the room and she's just all
big, it's Jiggle frantic. City. Oh, we all run with a big jiggle in our torso. I was watching
that scene and my wife's like washing dishes. She's like, what the hell are you Oh, okay. That's
what are you doing, a podcast later? Okay. Have fun talking about tits.
Yeah.
Is this what you moved down here for, to talk about tits?
Yeah. I'm like,
come on, I'm out to LA. Stay a while. Come on.
I know exactly what this marriage is supposed to be. I know exactly what you think this marriage is supposed to be. Oh, my wife's Holly Gennaro. All right.
Okay. So we get introduced to another villain in this movie.
Yes.
Who is the reporter. Ooh. And I don't have his name, but
he has no dick.
The smallest penis in Los Angeles, and that's saying something.
Because he's
a town full of short guys. He's the bad guy in everything he's ever in.
Yeah.
Every time he's on screen, he's punchable. Yeah. He's terrible. Brilliant performance. It's like Johnny Pewter
Tom,
Schmidt.
What's his name? You better.
Yeah. What's his name? Come on, Tom.
William Atherton.
That's his name in real life. Give me the.
Nobody cares about Willie Maths.
Dick Thornburg.
Dick Thornburg. I mean, have you ever 80s prick? Dick Thornburg.
Thorny dick.
Everything is a prick in that name. A dick is a prick. A thorn is a prick. A berg is a prick. I got a freaking berg in my foot. He's just a prick.
My name is
Tom. Can you look up if berg is a prick?
Get a berg in your foot.
Okay. Not only is his name Dick Thornburg, he's our other villain. He has the greatest line in the history of film, and this is another thing that I quote. That hold that thought. Hey, no. You don't have it.
Okay, I don't.
It's when something crazy happens and you see it and you want everybody else to see it and you go, Johnny, tell me you got that.
Johnny, tell me you got that.
It's the greatest. I love when people go, dude, tell me you got that. And then they go, oh, we got it. We know where McClane lives. We know his social security number. We know his badge number. We know his wife doesn't love him. We know his fears.
He's like, oh my God, tell me you got that. We're coming to you live from Nakatomi Plaza. This is Dick Thornburg. And we found, I have no dick, but it's thorny.
Eat it, Harvey. Harvey, we're live. LA Nightly News. I'm Harvey Johnson. Really, Joel Silver and McTiernan and Steven D'Souza? Another Johnson? We've got 3 Johnsons in this movie now. What is this? 2 girls, 1 cup? There's so many Johnsons.
I think the audience is a little lost now.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Johnson and Johnson.
Dick Thornburg's the reporter over at Channel 2 who's covering this. They cut back to that. He's the
asshole reporter.
He's the asshole reporter.
Is John McClane.
Sure.
As the man locked in the building. Yes. So then Hans Gruber finds out who he is, finds out Holly Gennaro is Holly McClane, and now we have a third act.
Well... But you skipped over Harvey Johnson.
God damn it.
He's the anchor on the news who's fighting with our other villain.
Right. So Harvey Johnson is the anchor.
Yes.
And then we have 2 more Johnsons that enter in the third act.
Yeah, the Johnsons don't come in until, an hour and 20 into the movie. Also, Goonie's mom, other anchor. The mom from Goonies?
Get the
She's the other anchor, bit part. I think she
plays
might be in the second one.
She also plays the
mom in Goonies.
Yes, but she also plays the psychologist to Riggs in Lethal Weapon.
Yes. It's a Joel Silver and a John McTiernan special.
The assistant to Bill Murray and Scrooge.
No, that's Richard Donner.
Get off me.
Hell yeah. Good call on Scrooge. Okay, so third act, Gruber thinks he's in control, but then Carl from Family Matters shows up. He's like dicking around. He's got 38 Twinkies. Stereotypes, am I right? He gets 38 Twinkies at the 62-cent gas station.
Yep.
So he takes his cop car. He's over at Nakatomi Plaza. Not a car in the general vicinity in Los Angeles. Super realistic.
Oh yeah, traffic.
No cars. No cars.
Yep.
John McClane's up on the roof. He's like, "All right, it's about time. Starting to feel like a TV dinner." So he pulls up.
Carl Winslow's there. Yeah.
And then this is one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Is when he chucks the body out onto the cop car to be like, "Hey man, Hans, he's got hostages," and it lands on Carl's car, right? Yeah. And he doesn't have a monologue to give Urkel. He's just got to book it backwards.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm down here at Nakatomi Plaza. Get down here now. I need backup now. Damn it, now!
We're in a Swiss cheese."
Hit us with it.
Oh, with Carl Winslow?
Give it to us, please. Please, I know you've been waiting all day. I need it.
Get me out of here. They're turning my car into Swiss cheese. I love how
I need backup now, damn it, now!
His perfect diction throughout the movie. He talks like a U.S. senator. He's like, "Oh, what do you got, flat feet? Why why you talk? Why you doing your whatever, you know?" And he's like, "Ha, I shot a kid.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't bring myself to raise my gun again." Now stop talking like that, John. A lot of us guys out here are rooting for you. I'm just a regular blue-collar cop who talks like he's giving a speech at the White House. Goddamn kids are driving me crazy in San Francisco. That's why
I shot him.
Yeah. I shot a
kid.
Guy was dark. He had a ray gun.
I couldn't see.
It looked real.
I thought I was on the set of Blade Runner.
I just couldn't bring myself to lift my gun again. They're like, "Cut." Excellent. And scene.
Boom. And then they cut to the SWAT guys infiltrating the building against John's orders.
Ugh. Don't go against John's orders. He's inside.
Because Captain Dwayne Robinson comes down there and he's like, "Hey, McClane, you want another Saturday? You mess with the bulls. You get the horns." Mm-hmm. Good. You don't want to go down this road. You'll end up like Anthony Michael Hall.
For all the Gen Zers listening, that was
these references.
Club reference.
I want our references to need to be looked up. I want our listeners to go, "Who is he talking about?"
I want our listeners to grab their fathers and sit down so that they can fact check all this.
Okay, so Captain Dwayne Robinson,
yes,
real prick. Like, even more of a prick than Thornburg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Asian Dawn.
You got
Asian Dawn.
What? He could be one of them for all we know.
Oh, you're talking to the loony kooky guy? Asian Dawn. Yeah. Asian Dawn.
Oh my God.
He's on the phone trying to get these guys out of some prison. It's all a ruse.
Is one of the groups that he's mumbling off.
That Hans Gruber saw on the news and he's like, "Yo,
saw them on the news. They seemed fantastic."
He's futzing with them. He's messing with them. He knows that Robinson's a kook, and he's down there on his walkie. Asian Dawn. No. Asian Dawn. On a breath mint.
Jesus. That's when he's rattling off all of the people, the organizations like IRA that he wants release his fake demands. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's rattling off these weird names and the captain's like rattling it off back to like DC. Yeah. He's like, "We need Asian Dawn released."
Yeah. How about the United States government, motherfucker? Bobby Dobby.
Well, you got authority for that? How about the United States government, motherfucker?
And he's best friends with Schwarzenegger. We'll get into fun facts here in a bit. Or we'll just do them throughout.
Robert Dobby, come on.
Bobby Dobby is besties with Schwarzenegger. They went to the movie together. This is verbatim from Wikipedia.
I love when the FBI agents, when they're both in the copter and he's just hyped up on and he takes his like Yankee hat, puts it on back, and says, "Just like fucking Saigon."
Yeah, Saigon.
The other guy's like, I was 13.
Yeah, he goes, I was 13, fucking asshole.
Yeah.
By the way, they're in a helicopter in suits.
Yeah, and they could definitely hear each other for those bits.
Yep.
But Davi
Body
takes
dogs.
Schwarzenegger to the theater. Fun fact.
Really?
Schwarzenegger was the first offer on this. Obviously, he had just done Predator. This would have been, I think, very good with him.
Well, because he would have been rescuing his daughter.
Right. Yeah, he would have been fantastic.
No.
I mean, it would have been
Would
awesome.
have been hotter.
Well, at that age,
She was.
I guess Commando was.
It was 3 years later.
Can you check Alyssa Milano when she was born? Because this was probably filmed in '87. You might be teetering there.
No,
that
she
might
was-
be a little too young. Because Commando was 80.
I'm looking at back then. I was like,
1972.
So she would have been in '88. She would have been 16. Ugh, Scott, there's the door.
hey, I was.
Hey, you know
in,
what?
I was. in
Hey,
elementary school.
Scotty Epstein, everybody. Scotty Epstein. One more time for Scotty Weinstein in the house.
I'll get out.
Okay, so the SWAT guys,
Continue.
Johnny Johnson, the Johnson boys,
Big Johnson.
Bobby Davi, and they're doing the whole SWAT thing.
Yeah.
The SWAT guys, I thought this was brilliant filmmaking.
By the way,
The
SWAT teams in the 80s, subpar.
Bro, I'm not kidding. Us three are in better physical shape than literally all of the SWAT guys in this. All of these SWAT guys look like they run a Philly cheesesteak shop in fucking
The guy
Philly.
gets caught on the bushes and he's
That's
oh.
I literally wrote that down. I go,
wrote a note.
SWAT guy hits flowers. I think that was a filmmaker to go, these guys are doinks.
Yeah.
The LAPD, wait till Rodney King comes. These guys are doinks.
Wait, look at the 80s SWAT team. Look at this crew.
Yuck. They all look like they're going to watch the Bills on Sunday at a bar.
Got big old
These SWAT guys in the 80s.
I can't show
Oh,
you.
SWAT
Come
guys
on,
in the 80s,
we're on camera here.
I know, sorry, you can't see.
Johnson.
Bad.
Johnson.
They're all like coming with M16s off the hip. They got like H&M hats on and shit. Like,
Shut it down. Shut it down now.
and then the Johnsons. That's why the Johnsons.
That's why they come in.
That's why they come in from the FBI and they're up in the plane because they're looking at the SWAT team like, all right, these guys are tripping
doinks.
over their shoes.
Well, I also wrote this. The SWAT tank, the very special SWAT tank that we got a beautiful cinematography shot of it coming up Avenue of the Stars, ready to just plow through whatever.
Yeah.
It can't get up 2 stairs. This thing gets caught on the Nakatomi Plaza stair instantly. They tee off on it. M80, M60, rocket launcher, AR-15, right in the gullet.
PD budget cuts just couldn't get the vehicle they wanted.
So it didn't have horsepower. It didn't have horsepower.
No, they didn't have the budget back then.
Yeah, that's shocking.
That's actually a fun fact from the movie.
Here's another fun fact that I noticed from the movie. Carl's gun is louder than everybody else's. Did you notice that?
Carl could never bring himself to pull his weapon again after the accident with the kid. But
No.
when he does,
Blonde,
huge.
blonde Carl. Carl the blonde.
Oh, Carl. I'm thinking Carl Winslow.
Because I did call him that earlier. I'll refer to him as Reginald Vell Johnson from now on.
Vell Johnson.
When Carl,
I apologize.
no, that's cool. When the German mercenary,
Yes, no, I know
Oh,
Carl.
1 second, I gotta hit our sponsor real quick. We are presented by German mercenaries. German mercenaries. You like them tall? You like them thin? You like them cranky? German mercenaries. Okay, so Carl.
Hold on, that brings us to
Yeah,
our
what
other
you got?
sponsor. Takagi Teflon vests. 2 to the chest, we're the best. If he's going to the head, you're dead. Teflon vest, brought to you by Old DeLorean Parts. Okay, so we're back.
And we're back. Okay, let's see. Where are we in the movie? Now
I never
I
seen
it.
have
Takagi.
a
Okay.
machine gun.
Yeah. When he reads it off the sweatshirt,
No, I have a machine gun. Ooh. How.
That'll haunt my dreams every night.
You always told me do the bottom.
it's like Hans with MS.
Yeah, no, it was kind of like Hans and Trump had a baby.
Oh my god, now they have a machine gun. Oh, it's the best machine gun ever.
Oh my god, shoot the glass. I'm gonna shoot this glass. This is my glass.
Why am
I made
stuck
the
in-
glass.
Why am I stuck in my building?
Now what?
If this was Trump, there'd be no terrorists. There'd be no terrorism. There's
This
never
was
terrorism.
Trump Plaza. It was Trump Plaza. It'd be the best
Oh,
Trump
it's
Plaza ever.
again. He hits his watch again. You know that
What's
thing's
that mean, by the way?
feeding the baby again? No, she's half asleep.
No,
Full asleep.
It's my Denzel Equalizer watch. It means I'm going to kill you guys in 30 seconds.
Oh, that means we have 30 seconds for him to kill.
live.
Well, then let me get a little more drink, okay?
Sounds good.
FBI Special Agent Big Johnson.
So Hans finds Carl, the blonde Russian composer, mercenary.
Yeah, he looks like Beethoven.
He looks like he writes excellent music. And he moonlights as a terrorist.
Yeah, but he's got a huge hog.
Oh, he has a
long hog
that you could see.
Tall and skinny guys just have the longest hog.
Oh, yeah, he throws it on the penis.
Talk about Special Agent Big Johnson.
Oh my God,
it's Carl's pants.
Jesus.
You know how I said there were 3 Johnson in this movie? I think there's 4.
I mean, that's why he's dressed the most lax out of all of them. They're
True.
all in
Yes.
He's in like a black.
He looks like Fabio.
Oh my God.
Like there's always wind and doves.
He's got like a Sergio Tacchini blouse and some nice pleated slacks. And he's like, I need somewhere to hang my Johnson.
But he's also angry.
Ooh, he's very mad.
Angry guys have big junk.
I don't know about that. I disagree. I think angry men have tiny penises. That's why they're angry.
Coming from the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, that's why I got a Big Johnson.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Under your beard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2.
Ew, gross.
Sorry,
I could see him.
You scared me.
Ugh, big helmets.
Can I say this real
German
quick
helmets.
about the movie?
Yeah.
I think the security guard acting is top notch. Academy Award level security guard acting. So the first security guard gets one right in the head when Walker, Texas Rangers second lead, comes through there, and he's like, and Kareem passes it to Magic, and then Magic to AC and shoots, scores. Like, that was good acting. He looked super realistic when he was like, nothing to see out there. Yeah, Carl's so frustrated.
So, like, why can we not shoot this guy? He's like, because he operates the computer. And he's like,
That is why we can't shoot him.
so he shoots the guy with like disdain.
Yes.
And then he throws the hockey puck around the corner. The exploding hockey
it
puck.
looked like a ho-ho the whole movie. I'm like, is he giving him food?
It was an old ho-ho. And the guy was like,
You know what I mean? It's like, what?
and then he puts 2 in the chest.
Oh my God, that second security guy. That was like worse than the Predator deaths.
and
Because he couldn't see it. It was like stinky.
And what was he security of? The elevator
Yeah,
security?
he was elevator security.
presses the buttons.
Absolute elevator security.
Sounds are sounding.
It's LA, dude. They
Horrible
covet there.
minimum wage.
This is LA, Century City. That guy was probably making $25 an hour back
more
then.
than me.
You know what I mean?
yeah, he did have a gray blazer on.
Yeah, good blazer, great blazer. But not even just that.
I'd buy hockey
Remember when Reginald Vell Johnson, a.k.a. what is his name? Can you look that up for me? The name of Carl Winslow. Al. Howell.
We'll take calls.
It's Powell.
Does anybody know?
Yep.
It's Powell. Okay, so Urkel's uncle is. Excuse me.
Okay.
Oh my God, I got a burp. So Powell.
No, his name's not Powell in it.
No, I thought it was.
Will you look it up?
John McClane calls him
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, Powell.
Al?
Big hoss.
Al?
Yeah, Al Powell.
Al Powell. Come on.
His name is Al Powell.
Al Powell.
Owl, not owl. Are you saying owl?
What?
Are you saying pan?
This is when I knew
Are you
the
saying
movie was
Pam?
gonna flop. I was
Yeah,
like,
this is when you knew it was gonna flop.
I was like, Jesus.
I shot a kid.
I shot a kid.
Okay, so where are we at in the movie?
So
Carl.
Winslow? No, Carl.
No. He comes to check. Security guard. And the second security guy who's masquerading as a security guard,
Gets shot.
who looks he looks like a linebacker. He looks like Bill Romanowski. Is in the blazer. He's got a massive mullet. Kind of looks like like an older Theo Vaughn. He's like, God damn it, I got $50 on these guys. Like, it was such good acting to where Carl just looked down the hallway and he goes, she. He's like the guy from The Wire. She. Ah, man, I'm out of here.
But Carl
And he goes
the whole
back to
time
his
is angry.
48
He's
Twinkies.
irritated to begin with.
Yeah, because he thinks it's a crank call.
But he's from the beginning because you remember his brother's trying to hook the phone lines up, right? Like cut the phone lines, tap in, do all that.
Hold on a second. Are we talking about Reginald Vell Johnson, Carl?
No,
God damn it.
You're fucking in a car. It's Carl.
When we say Carl,
It's Al Powell now.
yeah, but you just were talking about
Powell now.
Carl. We're talking about Al Powell.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, this is politics at the dinner table. Okay.
Guys,
So-
gotta relax.
So Carl, who is the long-haired, beautiful blonde terrorist, whatever guy, he is angry the whole time. So
Yes.
he takes the chainsaw and he cuts the lines in the beginning.
Phone lines.
Right when his brother's like
Barely getting it done. Whatever the hell he's doing.
and he's like, "Nah, nah, nah."
Whatever that did. Whatever that did.
I don't know. His brother was always the smarter one. Carl was the one that got the girls, but got horrible grades and got kicked out of Hamburg University. And
Yeah, but his brother went to Oxford.
Huh?
His brother went to Oxford for wiretapping.
Oh, yes.
He got his master's degree in phones.
Yeah, but not in style. Jesus, that guy should have been jailed.
When that dude got his neck broken on the stairwell, I cheered. He was my least favorite. Holy Hitler.
Like yard duty shoes.
He was Aryan, just get out of here, Goebbels.
Wearing Goebbels. Wearing the sweats that like your dad would wear to
Good Lord. What did you just hit a Kmart on the way over?
Brad, and he's just got the little feather haircut. He's like, you may be police security.
He's the only one.
You cannot shoot me. You're a police officer. You have rules. I was like, can somebody please strangle this guy and give him a new outfit?
Bro, he literally looked like the only one of the terrorists who actually worked for Pacific Courier. Like he was moving, carrying stuff, he looked awful.
Yeah.
So much cat hair on the sweats.
He didn't want to be there.
Either did Carl. Carl wanted to go just kill a bunch of SEALs or something. Like that guy, hate in his heart. It wasn't about the money for Carl.
Yeah.
He was just the henchman number one.
If you could find out why Carl was so angry, we'll take calls.
Or it's LA. Maybe he didn't get an audition. Just was like, I'm going to go take this building hostage.
Yeah, he just, you know what? He blew his audition for the Philharmonic earlier that day. So he's like, I'm going to fucking kill someone.
And then it was ba 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 ba.
His brother was dressed like a pedophile, so I'm guessing that maybe he lost his teaching job or something. Yeah. So he was just mad. He's like, "Wein ist von dran ficken, mein Schatz," and
shoot
the class. And he got his neck broke. Carl got angry. Oh, he sends his body up the elevator. So John McClane sends Carl's brother's body.
We'll just go call him Carl's brother.
Carl's brother, yeah, fuck him. And that's when he puts the note on his chest.
Can you seriously look that up?
A machine gun. Ho.
Another time I cheered when Ellis got popped.
Oh, forgot.
Oh, hell, is there anything better when like a cokehead bad guy, Bobby? Come on, I get things. Hans, what do you want now, or whatever he says, and he just comes in. It's not what I want. It's what I can give.
No, he goes, it's not what I want. It's what I can give you.
Hans, Bobby. Hans.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Shoot. No, what is, and I love like the whole time Alan Rickman's, because that was sort of improvised. That was sort of improvised. This whole scene was improvised with sausage. They improvised some of that, and where Ellis is talking to Hans, and he's basically telling him he knows who John McClane is. He's like, yeah, I know it. Coked out. He's like, someone's got to take control over here. All right.
He's all killed.
And I love Alan Rickman's totally improvised response when he's just looking at him like, I wonder what caliber would make his brains splat open. Like... just looking at him like he just wants to take a pickaxe to his head. He's just like, I have to listen to you. And what does he say to him? He's like, I'm your white knight. I could give him to you.
Hey, Johnny, tell him. But we go way back. Johnny, tell him.
Pull up that line where he says,
will you pull that up?
He says,
pull up the script.
Let me guess. He's like, you're a businessman. The only difference is you use the gun, I use the pen, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And Hans goes, oh, you're very observant. Like, it was a great line. But that whole scene, you're looking at this guy, Ellis, like, this guy's still alive. He's still alive.
Ellis made it like an hour 40. No business.
Yeah.
Absolutely no business. I wish they would have drowned him.
Silver's
True.
Old college
little pet project.
Yeah, and he just messed up an audition. He's like, he's a cokehead. Put him in as Ellis.
Okay, so we hit the final portion. It's just Bill Romanowski. It's even Argyle gets in on the act and beats the crap out of Walker, Texas Rangers' second lead. The hacker out in the van in the parking lot that's empty. That was a great scene. The bear gets some screen time. The bear from the plane gets some screen time. Mm-hmm. And then we get our one of the most famous probably endings in the history of action movies, maybe movies in general, is Gruber falls off Nakatomi Plaza because of the watch that frickin' Ellis and the higher up suits that did a bunch of coke. The watch that was paid for in coke and blood diamond money from the bridge expansion in Indonesia. is what does him in. And it's so funny because earlier in the movie, Bruce goes, because Ellis is like, hey, John, you want to see this watch? Yeah, wow, Coke. And Bruce is like, I'll see you later. Check it out later.
I have a feeling I'll see you around.
Yeah, see you later. And he saw it later, and it was into the fun fact before.
As they're rolling him up in a carpet, he's like, oh, Ellis didn't make it too far, did he?
And then literally Gruber goes off the building, and most people who know film,
Should have laid off the booger sugar, Ellis.
know movies, know that that was an authentic reaction from Alan Rickman. They said, we're going to release you on 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and they let him go on 2.
Oh, yeah.
So him going down is
That's his real
authentic. He's
reaction.
literally like,
And that was the last
bah.
thing that they filmed with him, too, because they thought he'd be so pissed
Yeah,
off.
they thought he would be mad. And all right, let's do box office. Then we'll get to the fun facts.
He would
We got
have been
so
so
many fun
angry,
facts.
he would have reacted like,
That was totally uncalled for. You dropped me on 2. You said there was going to be a 3.
It's his mouth gets me. It's so good.
Shoot, Harry.
as he got older, his face melted like a candle. He was like,
I want to know if Harry Potter is coming to class.
Where's
What
Harry
should
Potter?
I have for myself?
oh my God.
Takagi.
I like to eat applesauce out of a straw.
Carl. Where's Carl? I need the detonator.
Where are my detonators?
Okay, this was another banger from 20th Century Fox. Another R-rated movie. This came out 1 year after Predator. 140 million at the box office.
140 off of what was the budget?
15 to 20.
Get the fuck out of here.
Impressive.
Wow.
Impressive. So
20th Century Fox did a lot of cocaine in 1988.
They also were classic for the title cards of the movie colliding. Die Hard. It's Christmas Eve in Los Angeles. Die Hard. Die Hard.
The actual that Clint Eastwood bought the rights in '78 to the book, the original book that it's based off of.
Yes.
And Clint Eastwood would have actually matched the book a lot better, and he would have been saving his daughter, but that would have just been Dirty Harry and
Also, way unbelievable. Too old to maneuver the stairwells, the elevator shafts.
He was in shape back then, but it just would have been a whole
Too
more,
old.
It would have been a more boring movie.
Too old. Too old at that point. Yeah, 50s is too old at that point. You need 38.
Barely fit. He made
Give me a break.
He made Dirty Harry and the Deadpool around then, and he was action.
Dirty Harry and Deadpool?
Okay.
That was in the 70s and 80s.
Dirty Harry and the Deadpool, that was 1989, 90.
Is that the sequel to Dirty Harry?
One of the sequels.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think 1989 Clint Eastwood does this movie any favors. I'm just going to put that out there. He's in his 50s.
More 80s knowledge on
He's in his
Kimmy
50s at that time, Kimmy Schmitty's. I don't want my guy dropping computer bombs down an elevator shaft to be 58 years old and hates Taiwanese people.
I don't get
Get off my building.
I don't get in elevator shafts.
I gotta ask you a question.
He would have been great over the.
Do you want to steal this 640 million?
Oh my God!
It's about money? What kind of terrorist are you?
Clint Eastwood as John McClane, though, talking to Al Powell, though.
Al Powell.
Just a black cop. He would have been like.
He would have turned it off instantly.
He would have been like, "You're a black cop. They allow that. It's so progressive in LA. I shot a kid. I've shot many kids.
I shot a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was McTiernan, John McTiernan. He had just come off of Predator. Schwarzenegger was the first choice. At one point, and he turned it down because he wanted to do Twins. He wanted to go comedy. He had already done a bunch of action movies. He wanted
such a good move, too.
And Twins is his. Schwarzenegger has said the favorite movie of his that he's ever done is Twins. He loves Danny DeVito.
I just watched it the other day.
He loves that he thinks he's funny.
Oh,
like
okay.
Arnold's favorite thing is like being fun and being funny. So when he transitioned into that, he fucking said no to Die Hard. I know everyone else did, but just think about like, you know how bad you want to go do a comedy with Danny DeVito that you turn down a movie where you get to drop a computer bomb in an elevator shaft? Like that's what Schwarzenegger does. He didn't even have that many lines. Like McClane's character doesn't have that many lines, so this is perfect Schwarzenegger. This is a smash spot for Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, but he's done it all. So sure they pitched him like, Arnold, we're gonna have you in a building.
Well,
in LA. You're gonna be rescuing your daughter again.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
It's always Alyssa Milano.
And you're gonna be, get this, you're gonna be taking out some German Austrians because fuck them, right? And Arnold was
Most of those guys are related.
all of it.
Bullshit. It's not a tumor.
There's nothing. Why do they have to be German? Why can't they be Czechoslovakian?
Sure. Why can't they be a
The
tumor?
country doesn't exist anymore. It's the Czech Republic, your republic. Okay,
Yeah.
we're just bullshitting now.
Yeah. What are you doing? What do you go to the roof?
Why would I fight Germans on floor 13? Why would I fight Germans to get my daughter? Why can't they be why can't they be American? Why can't they be Canadian?
Canadian.
Just as dangerous.
Yeah, so they're like, okay, give me the money in the vault. Oh, you don't want to give me the money in the vault? Okay, we'll get out of here and see you another time. Canadian Die Hard.
They go into
Canadian Die Hard's over in 2 minutes because they didn't let us into the vault.
Canadian Die Hard's over because Canadians are so polite when the vault doesn't open. They're like, well, okay, let's go home.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna head out. Okay, so this movie, the impact was felt. So every movie after this was then Die Hard on a blank, Die Hard on a blank.
Every movie
Speed, Die Hard on a bus. Speed 2, Die Hard on a cruise ship. Heat, Die Hard in the bank. Everything was Die Hard in a blank after this, so we got to remember that.
Yeah.
To me, this is the number one action movie ever.
Yeah.
I think it's number one.
Agreed.
Let's get into hot takes. I don't know if you guys prepared anything. I'll go first. I'll give my Rotten Tomato score first because we will give
like your Communist Manifesto.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Ted Kaczynski's stuff? This is on par with it.
Michelle Obama written 100 times in the second page.
Yeah, it just says KFBR 942, KFBR 492. That's a reference for no one. Here's my hot take.
MacGruber license plate. Thank you. We'll take calls.
I think this is Rotten Tomatoes. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. It's 100 for me. There's nothing I would change. It's no notes. It's perfect. It's the greatest action movie ever. It ushered in a new age. The everyman in a situation that's crazy. My only thing, I have two hot takes. One, if I'm nitpicking, if you're making me say something, it's too long.
Too long?
It's 2:12. It's 2 hours 12 minutes.
Oh, wow, but it moves.
Yes.
It cooks. No, it's cooking, dude. It's bam. It's bam. Action set piece. It cooks. But I am an under two hour Tommy. I like an under 2 hour Timmy. So if you get me to 159, but again, it's a 10 out of 10. I'm nitpicking. I'm looking for things. I'm looking.
Every movie has to be under 2 hours for you.
Truly, it is a big thing.
On your corduroy recliner.
It's a thing for me.
No, I'll say no.
It's a thing.
Like fuck. I don't know. It's like
If the movie's not over by the time that Wheel of Fortune comes on, I gotta go to bed.
And then here's the other one. This is kind of a hot take. The Nakatomi Corporation is the real villain.
Oh, and why is
Mike
that, Sean? Why is that?
Cocaine loose, sex loose,
Oh.
bridges for profit and not for commerce.
Yep.
And he didn't give him the codes. He just give him it's not your money.
Takagi, come on.
And again, this is a 10 out of 10. It's 100. It's 100. I'm trying to find something hot. I'm trying to put something out there. Nakatomi sucks.
Yeah, Nakatomi.
I mean, if you have Ellis cooking deals, how good is your company?
If you got
What's the culture?
If you got a fountain on the 30th floor and all that party, but the rest of your building is under construction,
Exactly.
Guess what? You know
what I love about the movie?
What?
It ushered in a new era of the 30th floor being the new lobby of every building. Because we just love that in America.
Yeah.
When the 30th floor is the lobby.
Yeah. It was just capitalism. It was capitalism,
Corporate greed.
at its finest, like the metaphor of it, that half the building was empty of construction and there was one floor that looked good. So it was just smoke and mirrors.
International blankies?
I was trying to find there's a really funny bit of all the names international names for this movie.
Oh, because you could maybe put
Japanese ones where in Japan it was released Die Hard whatever. he has no shoes.
Yeah.
Where they just said he has no shoes. And then Die Hard 2 came out and they just said he has shoes this time. Love Japanese people. No riffraff.
They were probably so bummed about the shoe situation.
Well, because they don't have shoes in their household. So they're
that's
like,
true.
good, he has no shoes.
Because like Norway was action skyscraper.
Action skyscraper.
Germany was die
Well,
slowly.
the building was
slowly
the
too.
Nice.
Die slowly now more
die
than ever.
slowly, but that's defeats the entire purpose. Here's a quick fun fact.
That's why the foreign. That's why when you get sometimes like nail salons or something like that, or like massage places, or like spas or whatever, or anything, and it's always just like happy spa, feel good feet massage.
Yes.
Like they don't
Lay down, good time.
They don't get creative with it. They're like, this is our title. Okay, come inside. We'll explain everything.
Speaking of come inside, did you get a happy ending?
Oh,
We're about to wrap it up. Unlike those masseuses.
we're brought to you by Misogyny Pops. Misogyny Pops.
There we
still
go.
here.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're still here.
Yep.
We are actually presented by Massage Envy. Massage Envy. Do you like corporate massages that are 55 minutes for some reason? Massage Envy.
We're brought to you by the Massage Garage. If
You went into that not knowing.
code's on the door, come on in, massage yourself.
Yeah, the code's on the door. Okay, a couple quick facts, then we'll get a couple hot takes from you guys, and we'll get out of here.
Yeah.
So, real quick, I'm going to blow through these. Originally, nobody wanted Bruce Willis. He was a TV actor, more for comedies. He killed the role.
Moonlighting.
He was
Sybil
paid.
Shepherd.
He was paid a good amount of money. Everybody in town thought it was a disaster.
Yep.
Variety, Deadline. Everybody crushed this.
Yeah.
So much to the point that they were putting the building on the poster alone.
Yeah.
Of the building is the star, like a towering inferno. And truly, this entire movie comes from a scene in a book where a guy drops a bomb down an elevator shaft.
Right.
And so he does that in this movie. It's C4, a computer, amalgamation. It's an every guy bomb. We all could cook it up in our kitchens.
Yeah.
This is Rambo in an office building is how they sold this movie back in 88. And lastly, of the fun facts, before we get to your hot takes and we close out, Hans Gruber, when he's caught up in the roof access point area with McClane, and McClane's like, I got you, and he does the American accent.
Yeah.
That all was not in the script. It
Nope,
came
they
about.
improvised that whole scene.
Yeah, it came about because one guy on set was like talking to Alan Rickman, and he did like an American accent. He goes, "That's amazing! Oh my god, that's so funny!" So they brought it in, and he's like, "Clay,
Yeah.
Bill,
Bill.
Clay, Bill."
Oh God.
Oh God! Oh God! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Please don't kill me!
I was taking a shit in the corner.
Oh, I was jerking it.
I wiped it with the receipts.
I was jerking it to that naked chick on the calendar.
Oh God.
Shoot
He's like, hey, calm down.
the glass. All right, before the script got finalized, his John McClane's character was John Ford.
Ooh.
Glad they changed it because they wanted that Irishman.
Yeah.
That Irishman everyman. Okay, let's get out of here. What's your Rotten Tomato score?
100%.
100. What's your Rotten Tomato score, Tom?
98.
98. What's lacking for you?
Sadly, just there was a bit like 10 minutes of fluff that I was just like.
Anything you can point to of fluff?
There
I
was
see you have some notes. So.
I got some notes. I mean, this is all good stuff, but no, just like a bit of time when I was getting sleepy because it was like, okay, let's get to the ending. So it was like maybe 5 minutes of they just
A little bit too much
henchmen
fluff.
running around too much.
Okay.
But that's it. 98.
Okay.
He was checking his
loved it.
phone.
What's
He's
your
like,
score?
"Can we get
100?
Yeah.
100,
100%,
198?
because it, unlike any other movie, it set the precedent for all action movies now.
Absolutely.
And it was the first action movie that brought the everyman.
Yes.
So nowadays you can have John Krasinski from The Office in 13
he,
hours.
though?
We had him in 13 hours. He did
Sure,
great.
but
And
has
nobody
he
flinched.
done
They're like,
anything since? Oh, we definitely flinched. I'm with you on this.
hours?
No. The movie was awesome.
All right, the podcast is starting over.
No. I'm with you on the overall take. The everyman and John Krasinski,
did
absolute
great in
everyman.
13 hours.
He did. I didn't. I just didn't want it. I see Jim.
That's
it's
fine.
Jim. You know what I mean? Where it was just, what is
hate
Pam's
Bruckheimer.
husband
You
doing
just
out
hate-
here?
You hate Bruckheimer. I get it.
No, I like a Jerry Brook. You think a guy who loves Joel Silver doesn't love Jerry Brook?
It's very true. You love cocaine.
This was the thought I had.
Yeah, what do you got?
That I remember when I was a kid is that when he did that, when Alan Rickman did that American accent.
Yes.
That was the first time I was like, this motherfucker can act. Like,
Yeah.
I remember being like, I remember believing
That's how
him.
low
and
the
I
bar
thought-
is for Americans. We see English person do
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he was like so scared.
talk like we do.
Like, yeah, I'm like, wow, this guy, I believed him. Like, holy shit, he's maybe not part of this whole like terrorist shit. And I was like, that guy can do
Maybe
it.
he's
You're
not
like,
part of this whole terror
It's like
shit.
Hans
Maybe he's
Gruber
faking
can
it
like
all the time.
he can
He's
talk
not-
like
maybe
he's
he's not
from
even-
LA.
Yeah.
You got a hot take about the movie?
Yeah, hot take. The only thing I would pick apart a little bit was that, but it was the 80s. Every single person's from New York, whether they're a cop in LA. They're
There
like,
wasn't a single, like a Valley Girl accent.
I was born
not
and raised
once.
in Culver City. That's why I have this accent. What are you guys doing? Give me a cigarette.
Hey, we actually shot this on location in
Yeah,
Century
man,
City.
chopped cheese, you know, because I was born in Mar Vista. What's up?
Yeah, no. I'm old. I just went swimming in the Hudson River last weekend. I was born and raised in Pacoima.
Yeah, you have the Union guys from New York, Chicago. But I would say a hot take for this movie is I remember I was a little kid when this came out, and I remember watching press cuts for it or whatever, and they were talking about this guy, Bruce Willis, who nobody knew. And I'd known him from Moonlighting because my mom watched it.
Yeah.
My mom and dad.
Moonlighting's a show.
TV show.
I keep thinking it was just fucking.
No,
It was both.
Moonlighting was a romantic
both.
comedy in the 80s.
Okay.
And it was a movie. They got a movie too, right?
No.
Oh, okay, my
But
bad.
he had 2 movies before Die Hard. I think it was Blind Date or
Big
something
Trouble
like that.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Blind Date. Yeah, it was Blind Date. Yeah.
Flops, huge
Flop.
flops.
Huge
So
flop.
they were like, oh, this
Huge
guy
flop.
who's kind of a charming dude from TV. Yeah, so Moonlighting, all that, it was a it was a big sitcom at that time, and everybody loved him. He was super charming, but like I said, it was the equivalent of someone bringing someone from The Office,
Yeah.
like John Krasinski, and being like, he's going to be the next action hero. You're like, go fuck your mother. Like, this is not going to happen, right?
Not me, not us.
Yeah, so I remember watching that, and they were talking about this guy, Bruce Willis, and I was, I grew up in the Arnold Stallone era.
Need
And
muscles.
I was like, this is dumb. He looks dumb. And you wanted your action hero back then to be in like army boots,
Right.
the full gear, and they had him barefoot. So I was mad. I was like, this is stupid. He's in slacks. He's in my dad's pants and a tank top. Like, he looks like what my grandpa wears. When
Yeah.
He yells at
He
me.
looks like your uncle who just needs to get outside
Looks
for a
like my
cigarette.
alcoholic Irish, uncles
Yeah.
who yell at me all the time. Like, this is stupid.
There's zero muscle tone. There's just a scar for no reason.
And then I saw the movie and I was like,
Someone else.
oh
my God.
Because all I had been experiencing before then was Sylvester Stallone and Arnold
Choked up just.
and Charles Bronson.
Oh, give me a break. No, I'm kidding. He's great. He's
Charles
great.
Bronson.
Any hot takes for you before we get out of here?
I thought I gave my hot take already, but I forgot.
Well, that was just kind of
That
nitpicking
was
on
just
why
nit-
you
okay,
took
why-
2 points off the Rotten
Okay,
Tomato
well,
score.
Well, then hot take. I don't have any.
Okay.
currently.
Can you shut the fuck up for 2
Can
seconds?
I fucking Google
You-
hot take real quick?
Yeah, see, Google Die Hard hot takes and we'll vamp real quick. We'll get out of here on a couple of our sponsors. I just wanted to say thank you.
Tom's going to take his anxiety medication before he answers.
We're gonna take talk some sponsors. I'd like to.
wait. Hot take.
But wait, there's more.
There's a hot take. They had to include this. Not controversial. They had to include black people, but they made them the whitest black people in the entire world.
The hacker, the computer guy,
Well, Argyle
well
was basically-
spoken.
Argyle was-
Argyle.
Chris Rock
was
was
cool.
taken.
He
Chris
was
Rock
cool.
was like,
Chris Rock wasn't alive yet, maybe, or wasn't
Rock
old
was
enough
acting
at that time.
No, he
In
was.
'88, he was acting.
yeah.
I thought maybe it was like '91.
He was in Beat Street or Crush Groove.
B40,
UB40. He was in
Don't shoot a sucker when you come in my hood in the south central or south side of Pacoima.
and we are brought to you by Cancel.
Getting names wrong. No. We are actually, you guys, we are presented by.
Woke Podcasts.
So no more hot takes.
No, leave me alone.
We're going to get out of here real quick. We are presented by Unimaginable 405 South Traffic. Thank you so much, Unimaginable 405 South Traffic, for making our beautiful drive down here so fantastic and unimaginable. Bumper to bumper for
If we have any
the entire time.
If we have any listeners that aren't used to brought to you by 405 Traffic, 405, where you drive backwards. Yeah. Because that's how slow it is.
405, welcome to Los Angeles. It'll make you want to kill yourself even when you're on your way to your most favorite things.
405, ever been passed by a kayaker in the left lane?
405. Want to start smoking cigarettes? There you go.
405, ever get a piggyback from a homeless guy? because that's faster.
Boom. Shout out. You guys like these regional jokes? Get them.
Yeah.
All right, that's the show. Thank you so much for checking us out. We are going to be back next week with Speed. Die Hard on a Bus.
God.
Die Hard on a Bus.
Keanu Reeves.
Shoot the
Had a
glass.
shot at Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, he did.
Brought to you next week. All right, guys, that's our podcast.
Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Scott Ibarra, impressionist and comedian extraordinaire. Shout out to Tom Cocking and UNITA for hosting us here at the space. My name is Sean Leary. Come see us in Los Angeles. And lastly, go home, watch Die Hard, then watch Speed, then watch Predator. We're going to keep rolling with these. Thank you all so much for the support. See ya!
Yippee-ki-yay. Roll credits.